Hi, I'm Roger Haskett, President of Engagement Unlimited. I want to talk to you about another trick that you can use to create engagement. So I'm often opening keynote for conferences. I love that position because then I get to create and change the energy of a conference. But what that often means is that I get up extremely early and get groups involved. I'm trying to get them engaged at a very early hour. So let me tell you a story about SHRM, the largest HR conference in the world. I think there's 25,000 people that go to it. And I was at 7 o'clock in New Orleans, 7 o'clock starting time on the first day of the conference, which to me was 7 o'clock was 4 o'clock starting time. So I was getting up at 2 in the morning to be ready for 4 o'clock in the morning, my time. So how do I take a 7 o'clock in the morning group of 200 people who really just want to sleep and create massive amounts of engagement so that people who are walking by in the hallway stick their heads in and go, I want to be in that room? Well, one of the ways I do it is through music, because music is amazing to unify people. But there's another trick to music as well that we want to talk about. So when we were cavemen and we were wandering around on the savannah and we were walking through, the bushes, and suddenly we would see some pond fronds moving in a certain specific way, a certain pattern, it would make our brains go boop, boop, boop. I recognize that pattern. That pattern of pond frond moving is exactly the pattern that happened a week ago, and out came a saber-toothed tiger that charged and ate my brother right in front of me. So seeing that pond frond move in that way today makes me run as fast as I can to get away from the potential saber-toothed tiger. Now, how do you run as fast as you can? Well, what happens is that when you see that pattern, your brain shoots dopamine, serotonin, and chemicals into your brain that not only make you feel good, but are like crack for your brain and give you all sorts of power so that you can run far away. So what happens is that we don't have saber-toothed tigers and pond fronds moving in the same way, but we do have evolutionary recognition to patterns that still puts into our brains all this dopamine and serotonin. So if you anticipate the next note in a song, if you can figure out what the next note in a pop song particularly is, it will release those chemicals into your brain, which then fills you with energy and excitement and engagement, which you can then use to create a very engaged session. So this is what I do. I'll get people up and we'll sing songs. We play blind karaoke and we'll get people at 7 o'clock in the morning to be singing stuff that will make them so excited, get them so engaged. Remember, this is a trick for engagement that will get them so engaged that the room will be like wild at 7:15 in the morning. That is one of the ways that you create engagement. How? By tricking people, by using music to create an evolutionary response, to create power in our body, which we then use to focus our energy in the room.